Hello students, welcome to the class. Today I am going to teach you a very beautiful and meaningful lesson, that is a day in the ashram. Dear students, if I ask you what is a school, you may answer school is a place where students learn. And if I ask what is the process of learning, you may say we are having 6 subjects and teachers are teaching the lessons, then later on we have to attend the exams. So these are the process. Then what about the classroom? Classroom is a small hall where number of students sit together and listen to the teachers. Am I correct, children? So if I say some 30 to 60 students are sitting in a class, so this is about the today's classroom environment. But what we are going to study in this lesson, a day in the ashram, is something different. Though it is a school, but it is different from regular schools. What we see today is quite different. How it is and what is the process of learning in the Shantiniketan, let us come to know in this lesson. Before going to the lesson, let us have some introduction about the lesson, that is a day in the ashram. On 22nd December 1901, Rabindranath Tagore established at Shantiniketan a school named Brahmacharya Ashram. So the school name is Brahmacharya Ashram. In this ashram, children were taught variety of skills. They teach number of skills according to their interest and taste of the children. One day, C.F. Andrews, the author of the lesson, visited the school or the ashram and observed the learning process over there. He saw the environment over there. All the students engaging in the studies as well as some other activities also, which gave him more and more pleasure and happy. So C.F. Andrews explained his experience one day in the ashram. So children, in this lesson he narrated the ashrama's whole picture as he stayed there in one day. C.F. Andrews observed from morning to night in the ashram Shantiniketan. Let us begin the lesson. Before that, let us know about the author C.F. Andrews. C.F. Andrews, that is Charles Freer Andrews, was born on 1871 and died on 1940. He was an English priest of the Church of England. Here, priest means one who does rituals in the church. He was an educator and Indian freedom fighter. Though C.F. Andrews was an English priest, he was an Indian freedom fighter. He became Mahatma Gandhiji's closest friend and associate. He was with Mahatma Gandhiji in the freedom struggle. Andrews reveals his experience while he stayed in the ashram. Shantiniketan was founded by Rabindranath Tagore. It is a school with a different, where the students will learn with great joy. This is one kind of school where students used to learn with great joy and interest. So in the regular school, what we see, students come to the school around 9 to 9:30 a.m. and they stay in the school up to 4 o'clock, and in between 9:30 to 4 p.m. the activities were happening school in are subject oriented, and one period or two periods will be games and drawings or computer classes, and at 4 to 4:30 p.m. children may go back to their home. But in this ashram, students stay there itself. They won't go home after the end of the day. They will complete the whole year course, that is academic course, then they may go home. Shantiniketan is like a residential school, but this school is something different from the residential school. In what way? Let us see in this lesson and discuss. I will read the paragraph. Just look at your textbook, dear children. Words cannot picture to you the beauty of the Shantiniketan. Our own poet and teacher, whom we call Gurudeva, has named in his song the darling of our hearts. Once more I will read. Words cannot picture to you the beauty of the Shantiniketan. Our own poet and teacher, whom we call Gurudeva, has named in his song the darling of our hearts. So as we know, Rabindranath Tagore, he was known as Gurudeva. Rabindranath Tagore is in his own song called Shantiniketan as the darling of our hearts. Rabindranath Tagore called in his song Shantiniketan as the darling of our hearts, and it is the worthy name because it is proved. You will come to know at the end of the lesson why the Shantiniketan is called as darling of our hearts. All who have visited the ashram, young and old alike, has felt its inner beauty growing more and more upon them. All who visited the ashram, young and old alike, has felt its inner beauty growing more and more upon them. That means people who have entered there, students who have taken the admission there, they have experienced a wonderful time over there and they have learnt many things. And the people who visited the Shantiniketan, they felt so happy. The experiences what they got there never forgot, or never we can't forget up to their life. If I were to describe to you one day in the ashram with the boys, that would perhaps best bring home to you its inner beauty. Once again I'll read. If I were to describe to you one day in the ashram with the boys, that would perhaps best bring home to its inner beauty. So here the poet says, in the ashram only boys were there. Here says, long before sunrise they begin their work. That is, in the early morning the students begin their daily work. What happens in our daily life? We used to get up around 7 o'clock and we'll get ready and come to school. But in the ashram it is different. Long before the sunrise, that is, before the sunrise the students gets up. Long before the sunrise, like the birds in our Amaloki. What is the meaning of Amaloki? Here Amaloki means a tree like a mango tree. A tree like mango tree. As the birds in the early morning, they start singing the beautiful song. Like that, boys in the ashram also gets up in the early morning, and we used to call them as the choristers. That means, what do you mean by choristers? Choristers means a group of children who sing the song of God. The choristers are the first to rise in the ashram. Among the children, there is a group of children used to sing the song of God. They are called choristers. Their duty is they have to get up early in the morning to sing the devotional song, and they go around the ashram. What is the work of the choristers? They used to get up in the early morning and go around the ashram singing their morning hymn. When they are going on singing the hymn around the ashram, you can hear the voices in the distance drawing nearer and nearer, and then the sound dies away. It means as they are taking round, when they come nearer, we can hear the sound very well. As choir passes on the other part of the ashram, again it come nearer and nearer. In other side they come near. When they come nearer, their voice will be clear and we can hear loudly. This is the work of the choristers. The beauty of the sound in the silent morning air and sense of joy and sense of reverence which brings peace to the soul. So here the beautiful devotional song what the choristers sing, that song brings peace to the soul. That means brings relaxation to our mind. It gives some happiness to our mind. Such a beautiful devotional songs the choristers used to sing in the early morning, and they will take one round of the ashram. This is about the morning event in the ashram, children. How beautiful practice it is, children. So by this we'll conclude today's lesson. Children, take care. Thank you.